Hey guys, welcome to another video. Today I'm going to be reviewing the Sasuke Uchiha S.H.Figuarts. The Sasuke Uchiha, he who bears all hatred. A very edgy name for a very edgy character. So this is, I think it should be the second release in this new Naruto line. And spoiler alert, it's one of my favorite figures in my collection. I don't have this guy in a cool pose because I was messing around with him a couple days ago. But you can get him into cool poses. It's a very well done figure. So I have a lot of good things to say about this guy. Like I do with most of the Naruto figures. So yeah, this is a really good release. Super solid. We'll get into a little into some of the problems because no figure is perfect. This guy has just one little problem that kind of gets to me, but we'll talk about that. Aside from that, this figure is honestly really great. Just to say that much right now. But before we get into the video, let me move this guy and the box out of the way. Did want to show you guys all the stuff I picked up at the bookstore today. So if you're not keeping up or whatever, or maybe you're more of a figure collector. I collect manga as well. If you guys haven't seen my other videos, I've done some other videos going over my manga collection. So I have tons of series, hundreds and hundreds of volumes at this point. I have One Piece, I have Naruto, Bleach, Junji Ito stuff. Akira by Katsuhiro Otomo. That one's a classic. I have The Promised Neverland, all of Dragon Ball, My Hero, Monster, Berserk, Vinland Saga. I have tons of stuff. I have Scott Pilgrim. That one's kind of out of place, but I love Scott Pilgrim, so I had to have that one. Yeah, aside from figures, I also do collect manga. And I don't think I've said anything about it, but Parasite was actually the very first anime that I watched. So I love Parasite. I probably don't show it as much as I love it, but I really do love Parasite. So here I already have Parasite Volume 3 on my shelf. Because the last time I went, they only had number 3, or it was a couple months ago, but I said I would only get the Parasite volumes when they have like a special offer. So today is the anniversary of the premium membership or something at Barnes & Noble, so they're doing a special offer for members. So it's 2 times the stamps for regular members, and then 3 times the stamps for premium members. So I told myself, I was like, I have to go before everything runs out of stock. So I got Parasite number 1, 2. I already have number 4. I already have number 3. I got number 4. Number 5, I got Junji Ito's Censor, and then I got Dandaran by Yuki Nobutatsu Volume 5. So it was a little bit pricey, but at the end of the year, it definitely pays off. I got a ton of stuff. I got almost all of Junji Ito's stuff with my rewards that I got last year. So if you guys are manga collectors, or if you're a manga collector, go ahead and go to Barnes & Noble before the end of the day if you see this video, of course. If you're seeing this the day after it's posted, sorry. They're not gonna have that offer anymore. But yeah, I just wanted to show you guys the stuff that I got at the bookstore today. Yeah, I really love Parasite. I did have the regular single volumes a while back, but they felt kind of out of place in my collection, so I sold them. And then that's when I heard that they were gonna be doing full color hardcover editions of Parasite. So I told myself I have to collect that series. But yeah, I love Parasite. The anime is really good. And I honestly kind of love the manga even more. But yeah, let's get into the video. This is a really good figure, like I've been saying, for most of them. So first off, of course, let's get into the box. So pretty standard for the Naruto S.H.Figuarts packaging. It's got a picture of the figure with a calligraphy line art over the picture. It's got the Tamashii Nation's quality seal, so it's authentic, of course. It's got the name of the figure and the title. In a Japanese calligraphy line or pen or whatever, and then it's got the name of the figure here, Sasuke Uchiha, who bears all hatred, and then it's got all the logos here, Tamashii Nations, Bandai, Naruto Shippuden, and then it's got the name of the figure, and then a sample pose, same for the side here, and then sample poses on the back, and then another sample pose on the bottom with the name of the figure. So pretty standard for the Naruto packaging. So let's get into this figure. I almost forgot before we get started with the figure review. I wanted to ask you guys the question of the day. So this one's pretty basic, but it's a really big question. I know Sasuke is definitely a controversial figure in the Naruto community. What do you guys think about Sasuke Uchiha? Over the course of the entire series, I honestly love Sasuke. Sasuke has to be my favorite character in the series. So I'm going to be a little bit biased reviewing this figure, but I'll be as subjective as I can. I love Sasuke. Sasuke is one of my favorite characters of all time, honestly. If you don't understand Sasuke, you didn't get the point of Naruto. Okay, I'm just going to say that right now. But yeah, I love Sasuke. Sasuke, he might as well be the second main character of the series. Super cool character, super cool abilities. I don't know, there's a lot to talk about when it comes to this character. I love his character design. I'm gonna say right now, Sasuke probably has my favorite character design in the entire series. I'm a Sasuke fanboy. What can I say? But yeah, that's the question of the day. What do you guys think about Sasuke Uchiha as a character? So first off, like most of the Naruto figures, this one is sculpted really well. One thing I wanted to note right off the bat is that even though he's got this jacket on here, they did decide to split it up into 3 parts, which I'll say it right now, but I don't know why they're not doing that with most of the figures nowadays. One that instantly comes to mind is the Trafalgar Law One Piece figure. He has almost the exact same type of design here for the torso, but they decided to put like a rubber piece over the torso. And I don't have the figure just yet, but I've heard that you can't get any torso movement at all, so that's kind of a bummer. But yeah, I like the decision that they decided to go with here. It looks kind of finicky sometimes, but you just have to move it just right. And it is very it works very well for this figure. So yeah, the sculpt and everything, it really does look like Sasuke. I said this about my Ichigo S.H.Figuarts review, but I basically said that a lot of Ichigo action figures and statues and stuff don't exactly look like Ichigo, especially when it comes to the face, because Tite Kubo has a very peculiar style, and Ichigo has a very long face. It's very different when it comes to other anime characters. But Tamashii Nations, they got his likeness just perfect. And I can say the same for Sasuke here. It's kind of dusty. I've had these guys up there for a while. One thing that I wanted to note right away is the hair. The hair looks perfect. On a lot of statues and stuff, they make the hair way too big, or they make it too full, it has too much volume. It looks just fine. Just the right amount of spikiness. It definitely really looks like Sasuke. I love the sculpt for this figure, especially for the skirt. They found a good workaround for the skirt piece here, and it works really well, and it looks really good too. So you can see that it's really well sculpted with the wrinkles and everything, and it does have shading. So this is one of the only figures so far in the Naruto line that has really good shading. You can see that they put a darker blue here for the shadows and stuff on a skirt piece. And then here the arms, they are like one molded piece, and then they just painted the armbands blue. I will say this kind of puts me off a little bit. I don't know if you can see it on camera, but the chest part here is showing, but it's kind of a lighter color, uh, aside from the when you compare it to the face. Sasuke is he's more pale than most anime characters, but it looks kind of weird. I'll be honest. Sort of far away, you can't really see it, but under some really harsh lighting, it really stands out. I don't really like that part, but I think that's my only problem with the sculpt. You do have some metallic paint for the zipper here, and I'll say the faces are really well printed. I know this is kind of a simple way to put it, but these figures do definitely look like their characters. They look really well made. And then I wanted to note here, his rope belt. It is also really well sculpted and it's fully articulated. So I'll go over that in the articulation part of the video. Aside from that, I don't think there's anything else I really wanted to note. The legs are sculpted just fine. I really do like what they did here with the shoulders. It works really well and it looks really good too. But yeah, this is a... Oh, I wanted to note this really quick. I really wish they had just painted the Uchiha clan symbol instead of molding it, or instead of sculpting it and then painting it. Because it doesn't look the best, but from far away, it doesn't really look that bad. And I really would have liked like higher contrast colors for the red and white, but it looks just fine from far away. And of course, unless you want your figures in a specific pose, you're never gonna see the back of this figure. So for the sculpt and everything, there's just a couple things that don't sit right with me. But aside from that, I think I'm going to have to give it an 8.5 out of 10. It's a really well sculpted figure. The paint and everything is really great. It has really good shading on the skirt. And it it really does look like Sasuke. Like I said before, Sasuke figures have a tendency to not look like Sasuke, and this one does look like him, especially in the hair. So I really like the sculpt for this figure. So, moving on to the accessories, Sasuke does come with quite a bit. He was on the higher end of the price range. I believe he was like maybe $50 to $60. I'm not exactly sure how much he would be right now, but I'll let you guys know at the end of the video. But I believe he was like $60 when I first bought him, and that was about a year ago. But yeah, considering the price and everything, he does come with quite a bit. There's just a couple things that I feel are missing. But of course, let's start off with the faces and the hands and stuff. So right out of the package, Sasuke does come with this neutral faceplate and then the two fist hands, which is pretty standard. So in total, he has 5 different pairs of hands and 4 different faceplates. So he does come with that neutral faceplate and the pairs of fist hands. He does come with this faceplate where he has his Sharingan activated, and he looks like focused, like he's getting ready to attack. And then here he has a teeth gritting face with his Mangekyo Sharingan activated. And then here he has a yelling face with his Rinnegan and his Sharingan. So that one looks really good. I don't know if you can see it, but the Tomoe on the Sharingan look really well done. You can see all the details and the brow sculpting and stuff like that. It looks really well done. I love the faces on these figures. So he does come with the fist hands. He does come with a pair of relaxed hands. He comes with 2 pairs of sword holding hands. So I'll go over the more normal looking ones. He does come with these sword holding hands, and then he does come with these different looking ones. They're kind of supposed to be like he's getting ready to unsheath his sword, so he comes with that option for both of his hands. I would have liked a different pair. Honestly, I don't know what other pair of hands they would have done, but he does come with a pair of grabbing hands, and then a pair of splayed out or reaching out hands. And then I guess you could count this as an accessory. Yeah, it's pretty much an accessory. So he comes with four different options for his snake sword. So he comes with it fully sheathed, and you just insert that right here at the back of his rope belt, and it sits nice and snug. You're not gonna worry about it falling out or anything. And then he comes with it unsheathed. He comes with the full sword, of course. And then I really like this option. He comes with this option for you to have it like partially sheathed to make it look like he's getting ready to take it out of the scabbard. So I like that option. So you just pop this in the right way, and it looks perfect, honestly. And the sword does have metallic paint on it. So that looks really great. And then there's this separate piece for his rope belt, which I never really use. So it's supposed to be like there's a piece back here where you insert the sword, right? And it's supposed to be like you get rid of this piece of the rope belt, and then you put this one in. But I don't honestly know why you would want to do that, because you risk damaging the peg and stuff. So yeah, I don't see any reason why you would honestly remove this part uh, for inserting the sword. I would just keep it in there just to be safe. And then probably my favorite part of the accessories, he does come with a Chidori or a lightning blade. I'm not exactly sure which one is supposed to be, because the one for the kid Sasuke figure is different, but I'm pretty sure it's supposed to be a Chidori. So this one is really well sculpted. It's bendy plastic, so it is prone to breaking. So just be careful with that. Mine hasn't ripped or broken just yet. And just to show you guys really quick how that pigs in, I showed you on the Kakashi figure because it is interchangeable. They have the same type of ball peg. Let me see if I can get it. So this figure is a little bit finicky. It's old. I've had it for a while. It just pegs in like this. And then you can do it for either one of the hands, and it is articulated, so you can move it or spin it around or whatever to get a specific look. So that works just fine. I do have a problem with the Kid Sasuke figure. I'll go over that one next week. With his Chidori, his Chidori. But yeah, the accessories on this figure, they're honestly almost perfect. There are maybe two things that are kind of missing from this figure that would have completely sold it for me. I really would have liked a Chidori sword. That would have been perfect. That would have looked really good. And I know they have custom accessory kits for Naruto and Sasuke. And I really would have liked a smiling face for Sasuke. Not good Sasuke, but evil Sasuke smiling, like Psycho Sasuke, like during the 5 Kage summit when he went crazy and he wreaked havoc. Yeah, I would have liked a face like that. And one thing that kind of sucks is that the only face where he has the Rinnegan is the one. It's kind of like specific to a scene you want to create or whatever. So he only has the Rinnegan in this face where he's yelling. I don't know if I would have liked the Rinnegan to be on every single one of the faces. I'm not exactly sure, but yeah, there's just a couple things that are missing from the accessories, but apart from that, they're really great. It's got a really great set of face plates. The sword and the effect piece are really good, and I really like the options you get for the hands. So I think I'm gonna have to go and give it an 8 out of 10 for the accessories. All right, really quick, before I go on to the articulation, like I said, I was messing around with this figure a couple days ago. So if you guys have seen Naruto or read it, you know that really famous scene where Naruto and Sasuke undo the Tsukiyomi. You can't do that with these figures, which I really love, because I love that scene. It's probably one of my favorite scenes in the entire series. So yeah, you can see here, I'm very proud of my figure photography. I really like this one. Just to show you guys a cool little thing that you can do. Just be careful with the Sasuke figure. That one is not designed for you to pull off the arms. I just did that because they lose their arms at the end of the series. But yeah, I just wanted to show you guys something cool that I found out. So moving on to the articulation for this figure, it moves really well. There's just a couple hiccups that I wanted to note. So starting off with the head, of course, I think this is probably the only problem. Because of this collar piece, it is a hard plastic, so you can only move the head about that much high. That's not very good, honestly. But it's honestly the only problem I have with the articulation. There's a lot of good stuff to talk about this guy. So the head is split up into two different pieces here for the hair. You can get really good movement looking down, and you can move it from side to side really well. And then you do have a little bit of neck articulation, so you can get it into some subtle movements for nuance and stuff like that. Then moving on to the arms, they do go up about that high. Just wanted to say right now, Sasuke is a sword character. So he does have butterfly joints, and the joints move really well for the arms. So they move in about that much. That's perfect, honestly. And they don't look too bad either. If you're not looking from the side, you can see a little bit into the inside the figure, but I'd rather trade all this articulation for the way the figure looks. Yeah, that's really good. And then they move back about this much. So your sword poses and stuff like that, and your Naruto running poses are not going to be a problem. It's just there is a little bit of gapping here. But you can always work around that. And then the shoulder joints and everything, they work just fine. So you can get it into some really good poses for the arms and stuff. And then there is a bicep swivel here. You can choose if you want to move the sleeve piece here, or if you just want to move the arm. And then he does have a double jointed elbow. It moves in about this much. It's a little bit hindered by the sleeve, but not too much where it's a big problem. The elbows look and work just fine. He does have your standard ball peg for the hands here on the wrists. Move up and down, and 360. That goes for both arms. And then moving on to the torso articulation, it's honestly not as bad as I thought it would be. So the torso does move about that far down, which is really good, honestly. And then not as far back. So you can move the sword. It's on a ball hinge, or not a ball hinge, a ball peg, so you can move it around and around however you want to get it out of the way for the articulation. So yeah, it does go back. It was the sword. So you can move the sword around to get it out of the way for your poses. So he does move back that far. And no gapping at all. So they did a really good job with that. Like I said, this is probably the ideal way to do the torso articulation for figures with this kind of design. Talking to you, One Piece figure engineers, I have no idea what they're doing. Like I said, I really feel like they should get the resources on the One Piece line, the resources they have for the Naruto line. So yeah, the torso articulation is honestly really great, and it moves. I don't want to move it all the way around, but looking at it right now, it looks like it can. But just want to say it right now, my figure is old. I've had this figure for a while, so the joints are a little bit looser than they were a year ago. So just be careful. You know, don't try to manhandle it because you might break the joints or whatever. That kind of happened with my Kakashi figure. I still have to fix it, but it's not a big problem. Staying positive. So like I said, right now or earlier in the video, the rope here is articulated, so you can move it all the way around if you want, for a windswept look, and then the hanging pieces here are articulated as well. It's all on ball pegs, I believe. So I really love this decision. They could have just made it one sculpted piece, but I really love that they did this. So you can get it into all kinds of poses. You can move it out of the way. This is a really good addition to the articulation. I love what they did here. So then moving on to the skirt piece here. It is a soft plastic, so it is cut up into 3 different pieces. One big piece here on the back, and then 2 on the front. The pieces here on the front are a little bit softer than the one on the back. Obviously, that's for the leg articulation. And then just looking here, he does have the sculpted butt cheeks again. It's not as bad. I'll show you guys right now. So the leg does kick up about that much. That goes for the other one as well. He does have a thigh swivel that goes all the way around. Double jointed knee looks and works just fine. He does have swivel here at the shin with really good feet articulation. Of course, that's standard for these Naruto figures. So the foot does go up about that high and down about that high. Very, very good ankle rocker. Like I said, the feet articulation is just perfect for these figures. And then, you know, considering they have sandals on all the time, and then you have your basic toe hinge. And then almost forgot, it does go back about that much. And then probably my only problem with this figure, aside from the head, is that this piece is a little bit tougher than the 2 pieces on the back, so it's going to be just a little bit difficult to get the legs into articulation in the back. But it's honestly not that big of a problem. It could have been an entire Zoro situation. So I'm grateful it wasn't it didn't get to that point where it was that bad, you know. But yeah, aside from that, I think that's it for the articulation. Really, really good articulation, especially considering the design that this version of Sasuke has. Like I said, right now, they could have done a whole nother whatchamacallit, a whole Zoro situation with this figure. But they didn't. I like I said before, I honestly have no idea what they're thinking making the figures for the One Piece line. But I'm really glad they know what they're doing for the Naruto line, because like I said, all the figures in this line are really well made. They articulate just well, and they look perfect too. But yeah, for this figure, it looks really great, and it articulates really well. So I love it when figures can find that balance. That's when you know you've got a good figure on your hands, when it looks well and it articulates well. Like, there's no trade-off for any of them, for any of the categories. So aside from the head and the back movement for the legs, I think I'm gonna go ahead and give this figure an 8.5 out of 10 for the articulation. So that was my review on the Sasuke Uchiha, He Who Bears All Hatred, S.H.Figuarts. This is a really solid figure. I'm going to keep saying that for all these Naruto releases, but it's true. I have nothing else to say for these figures aside from they're really well made. Tamashii Nations, they know what they're doing when it comes to this line. And it's very obvious that they have actual Naruto fans working on these figures, you know? Man, I'm really excited to see where this line goes. You know, these figures are perfect. honestly. That's all I have to say, honestly. I keep saying honestly. I have to stop saying that. But yeah, it's a really good figure. The sculpt and paint and everything, it's really good. I love the accessories. The articulation is really where the figure stands out. There are a couple hiccups, but considering the design and everything that this character has, it has really good articulation. Yeah, it's just a really good figure. The sculpt and the paint and the accessories, the articulation are perfect. I think I'm gonna have to give this figure. I'll go ahead and give it a 9 out of 10. Just because I'm a Sasuke fanboy. Sorry, Sasuke haters. But yeah, going into the question of the day, what do you guys think about Sasuke Uchiha over the course of the series? Not just in Shippuden, because I know that's where he loses a lot of people, but not me. I love Sasuke. Like I said earlier, if you don't like Sasuke, or if you didn't get him throughout the entire series, you didn't get the point of this series. I'm just gonna say that much right now. But yeah, this is a really good figure. Over the course of the next week, I'm gonna be reviewing the Kid Naruto and the Kid Sasuke. So watch out for those. I have a lot of good things to say about those two as well. And then I still have a couple of other figures left that I want to do reviews on. But aside from that, I'm nearing the end of my collection. So I'm going to have to find some other stuff to do. Of course, I still have my manga overview series. I'm probably going to do Fullmetal Alchemist. But yeah, right now I'm still sticking with whatchamacallit, with action figure reviews. And of course in the future as well. But yeah, that was today's video. I hope you guys liked it. Let me know what you guys thought of my manga haul today. Let me know what you guys have in your collection if you have a manga collection. But yeah, that's probably it for this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.